Hey everyone, welcome to this video. So this video I'm going to show you how to create a card using HTML and CSS. So the first thing that you should do is you should add a div. So let me add a div here and give it a class name. I'm going to call it card. You can call it anything you want. And right here, I'm going to add an image. So let's assign image, then source equals to two quotations, and I'm going to add dot / and I'm going to choose Mario, for example, mario.png. I'm not going to add the width and the height yet, but I'm going to say alt, I'm going to say Mario, alright? So you can add a descriptive name inside of the alt, but I'm not going to do it now. So that's the image, and right below it I'm going to make another div. So div, then class, I can call it for example content or text. Inside of the content div I'm going to add an h4 here, alright, and I'm going to add the name Mario, for example. So I'm going to keep it like that, and below that I'm going to add a paragraph. This paragraph I'm going to say, for example, YouTuber, and you see we have Mario YouTuber here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to style this. So we are going to the head tag, so this is the head tag, and inside the head tag I'm using the style tag. Right here inside of style tag we are going to add some CSS. So I'm going to say dot card, alright, so dot card, and I'm going to say width 300 pixels, height 300 pixels, and because I have an image inside of that, I'm going to say dot image, or actually not image, sorry. So I'm going to say dot card and then image, and then I'm going to open two curly braces. So you see inside of the curly braces I can say width 300 pixels and height, let me add about 200 pixels. So you see this is Mario, so the width is a lot. Let me go about 150 pixels. So you see I have 150 pixels here. And now if I want to center the h4, I can basically say, because you see we have a div here with a class content, so I'm going to say dot content h4, and I'm going to open two curly braces, text dash align center. So we have centered that. Then we will select the paragraph also. So I'm going to say dot content and then p, and then text dash align center. So text dash align center. So now I want the image to be centered. So to do that, I can go to the image selector and I can say display block and margin. So margin dash left auto. So auto. So auto and margin dash right also auto. So you see my image has been centered. So now let's go to the card and add a border to it. I'm going to say border colon, let's say 5 pixels or 4 pixels, solid red. So you see I have that there. And now let me change the width of it. So the width is 300 pixels. Let me choose something like 100 pixels maybe. What is it small now? So let's match it with the width of the image, so 150 pixels. So I'm going to say 150 pixels. So you see that it will be like a nice card. So now let's increase the font size of this h4 here with the name. So I'm going to say font dash size 30 pixels. You see it's huge. It's a little bit huge, but it's okay. I'll be able to manipulate it later. And for the height of the card, I'm going to get rid of it because I want, I want it to be as, I want it to cover everything. So you see it says Mario YouTuber here. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to add some space here. So you see this, there is some enough space, some empty space here. I'll get rid of it. Where it says Mario for the name. So this is the maybe 30 pixels is a lot. Let me go about 23 pixels. 23 pixels, much better. So now when I hover it, you see nothing happens. I want to add some effect here. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, for example, let's see, card image. So dot card image colon hover. When I hover it, I want to add some shadow here. So I'm going to say box dash shadow colon 5 pixels. So 5 pixels, 5 pixels, and then I want it to be about 50 pixels black. So now if I hover it, you'll notice that it's nice. But now you see, we are only adding this effect to the card image, so which is something wrong. So I wanted to apply it to the card. So instead of saying card image, I'm going to say just card colon hover. So now you see when I hover over the card, it shows me, it highlights it. All right, so you see we have one nice card there. And what we can do is we can, if you want to make another card, basically copy this whole thing and you copy it. So let me copy it and paste it underneath it. So let me make another comment here. I'm going to say another card. All right, and now if you highlight it and if you press Control question mark, you see it will make it a comment. So you just press Control question mark to make comments, or you press Command question mark. So now I'm going to paste it here. You'll notice that it will put another one down here. So it is the same thing. But now let's change the content of this one to another image. So let me change it to Luigi. And now for the name, I'm going to change it to Luigi. And this one will be content creator. Content creator. So I can add another one, of course. So I'm going to say another one. Let me put this one here, this comment, just so we will know that this is going to be another card. I'm going to paste it here. You see we have another one. So let me change the image. So dot / yushi.png. So this will be Yushi, of course. Yushi, and this will be Yushi, just like that. And this will be cameraman. All right, so you see we have Yushi here, we have Luigi here, and we have Mario. If you want to display these next to each other, you know what you can do is you can wrap up the whole thing inside of a div. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's display them next to each other. So I'm going to make another div at the very top on line 36. I'm going to call it div. I'm going to add class equals to quotations. So I'm going to say container, because this will contain all of our cards. So you see I have the div here. I'm going to cut this div, the end of the div tag, and I'm going to place it at the very end. So I have enclosed everything inside of that div. So you see all of my cards are inside of that div now. So now let's go back to the CSS, and I'm going to select that container. So I'm going to say dot container. I'm going to open to color braces. So now here I can say, for example, display flex, and as you notice, they will sit next to each other. And if you want to center them, so you can say justify content center. So you see, these are our cards. So we have successfully created 3 cards. If you have more cards, you can add them, but this is how you basically create cards using HTML and CSS. So I hope you like this video, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe.